In today's video, we're going to talk about AdsPower and how to use it to manage multiple accounts safely. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've ever been nervous about logging into more than one account on the same device, this tutorial is for you. A lot of accounts get flagged or banned without realizing why, and most of the time it's not something they did wrong, it's because platforms can see your device, browser, and location. AdsPower essentially helps separate those things so each account looks like it's on its own computer. So I'm going to walk through this very simply and step by step. Let's get into it. So let's start off with the basics. What is AdsPower? AdsPower is a special browser made for managing multiple online accounts. Instead of using the same browser for everything, AdsPower lets you create separate browser profiles. Each profile acts like its own device. Different browser settings, different fingerprints, different locations if you use proxies. This is really helpful if you manage multiple social media accounts, ad accounts, e-commerce accounts, or even client accounts. So the goal is really simple. Keep accounts separate so platforms don't connect them. Now we're going to talk about some of the key features of AdsPower. So one of the biggest feature is the isolated browser profile. So each profile works like its own separate computer. That means every account has its own cookies, cache, and browser data. Platforms can't easily connect accounts because they're not sharing the same environment. Another important feature is the browser fingerprint masking. AdsPower automatically gives each profile a different fingerprint. So this includes things like browser type, system settings, and device details. You don't need to manually configure this as a beginner. The default settings are designed to look natural and realistic. AdsPower also supports proxy integration. So you can assign a different proxy to each browser profile so every account appears to be logging in from a different location. This is especially useful if you manage accounts that should not share the same IP address. Each profile can have its own proxy without affecting the others. The platform includes one-click profile access, so instead of logging in and out of accounts all day, you simply open the profile you need and the account is already there. This is just going to save you so much time. It's going to allow you to reduce mistakes, especially when managing many accounts. AdsPower also offers team and permission controls, so if you work with other people, you can give them access to specific profiles without sharing actual login credentials. You get to decide who can view, edit, or manage each profile. This keeps accounts secure while allowing collaboration at the same time. There's also support for automation and APIs for more advanced users. What this does is essentially allows AdsPower to connect with automation tools for repetitive tasks. If you're new though, you could ignore this feature at first. It's optional and not required to use the platform safely. And finally, AdsPower keeps all profiles organized in one dashboard so you can label groups and search profiles super easily. This helps prevent confusion and makes it easier to manage accounts as you scale. Now, let's talk about why you should not use one normal browser. When you log into multiple accounts in a regular browser, platforms can see your device type, your browser settings, your IP address, cookies, and stored data. Even if you log out, that data does not fully reset. So AdsPower avoids this by isolating each account inside its own browser profile. Think of it like having many laptops inside one computer. I just wanted to make that clear before we get into the step-by-step process. Okay, now step number 1 is to create an AdsPower account. If you don't already have one, you can use our exclusive link down in the description below. Once you click that link, you'll just go ahead and sign up with an email, verification code, password, and get right into it. Once you're signed up, you'll go ahead and see the dashboard, and this is where everything will live. So step number 2 is to download the AdsPower browser. After logging in, download the AdsPower desktop app. It works on both Mac and Windows. Once it finishes downloading, install it like any normal app. Open the app and log in to the account that you just created. You should now see the main dashboard. Step number 3. Understand the dashboard. So the main area you'll use is the browser profiles section. Each profile equals one account. You don't log multiple accounts into one profile. You create one profile per account. This is the most important rule. Step number 4 is to create your first browser profile. So click the button to create a new browser profile. You'll see a form. Just give the profile a name, something obvious like Instagram account 1, Facebook ads client A, TikTok store account. Naming is really important when you have a lot of profiles later on. So make sure sure you keep yourself organized. Step number 5 is the browser fingerprint settings. So AdsPower will auto-generate browser fingerprint settings for you. For beginners, don't change these settings. The default settings are already designed to look like a real device. You don't need to customize anything here unless you know exactly what you're doing. Let AdsPower handle this part. Step number 6 is to add a proxy if you have one. So a proxy gives the browser profile a different location. If you already have a proxy, just enter the proxy details here. Assign one proxy per profile. If you don't have a proxy yet, you can still create the profile. Just know some platforms may still link accounts without one. Each profile should ideally have its own proxy, but don't reuse proxies across accounts. Step number 7 is to save and create the profile. So once everything is filled out, click save. Now you'll see your new profile listed in the dashboard. This profile is now its own isolated browser. Step number 8 is to log into the account using the profile. So just click open and then a new browser window will appear, and then this browser is isolated from your normal Chrome or Safari. Now log into the account you want to manage. Once you're logged in, close the browser when you're done. Next time you open that profile, you'll still be logged in. Step number 9 is to create more profiles for other accounts. So repeat the same steps for every account you manage, one profile per account, no exceptions. This is how AdsPower keeps things clean and separated. Step number 10 is to manage multiple profiles daily. When you need to work, open AdsPower, open the specific profile you need, do your work, close the profile. Don't log into accounts outside their assigned profiles. Think of each profile as its own locked room. And lastly, as an option, there is team access. So if you work with a team, AdsPower will let you assign access without sharing passwords. So you can give team members access to specific profiles, limit what they can see or edit. And this is really useful for agencies or shared operations. If you're solo, you can skip this as well. Also, I just wanted to touch on automation. So this is optional and pretty advanced, but AdsPower supports automation tools and APIs. So this is for advanced users. If you are new, you can just ignore the automation, focus on manual use and learn the basics, and then you can always add automations later. Okay, now let's go ahead and touch on the different pricing and plan options. They do have a free plan, which is so cool. So you can get 2 profiles absolutely for free, and it's free forever. You get 1 super admin account included. Okay, so they've got monthly, quarterly, or annual accounts for the rest. If you pay annually, you can save 40% and get an extra 180 days free. It really depends on how many profiles you actually need. So for the professional account, you get 1 super administrator profile and 2 free profiles on top of the 10, 20, 50, or 100 profiles that you need. Okay, and then depending on the amount of members, that also increases the price. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are double checking the price. Like for example, if you needed 100 profiles, this is about $21.60 per month paid annually. Then they've got the business plan. Again, it depends on the profiles and the members, but if you wanted 200 profiles, this would come to $36.60 per month billed annually. Okay, and again, you get the 1 super admin included and 2 free profiles. If you want to check out what each profile really entails in detail, you also can, again, click our link, check out the pricing, and go ahead and scroll down where it has the different features of each. So even on the free version, you get Chrome and Firefox stealth browsers, fingerprinting for multiple systems, custom browser, easy configuration proxy, and encrypted profile data. Now that you understand how it works, let's talk about the pros and cons. You can decide if this is a good fit for you. So starting off with the pros, AdsPower keeps accounts separated and safer. It also is going to save you so much time once everything is set up. You don't need multiple devices, and it works well for scaling accounts. Now for the cons. So there is a learning curve at first, and proxies are an extra cost. It also doesn't guarantee that accounts will never be flagged, and you also still need to follow platform rules. Now, is AdsPower for you? AdsPower makes sense if you manage more than one account and want to reduce risk. When you log into multiple accounts from the same device or browser, platforms can connect to those accounts without warning. AdsPower also helps separate them so each account looks like it belongs to a different device. It's really helpful for advertisers, sellers, and agencies. If you run ad accounts, manage client profiles, or operate multiple storefronts or social pages, this tool helps keep everything organized and isolated. That separation becomes more important as you scale and add more accounts. If you only manage one account, you probably don't need AdsPower. Using a normal browser is usually fine for a single account. AdsPower is not meant for casual use or everyday browsing. It really is designed for situations where account separation actually matters. This tool is about protection and organization, not shortcuts. It does not help you break rules or bypass platform policies. It simply helps reduce accidental flags by keeping accounts cleanly separated and easier to manage. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on a couple of bonus tips. So number one is to start with one profile and get comfortable before adding more. Creating too many profiles at once is going to feel confusing, so just set up one profile, log into one account, and make sure you understand how it works before scaling. Also, make sure you name profiles clearly so you never mix them up. Use clear labels like the platform name or account purpose. This is going to help prevent logging into the wrong account, which is one of the easiest ways to create problems. Next is to do not rush proxy setup. Use reliable providers and make sure each profile has its own proxy if possible. Reusing proxies or using low quality ones can honestly just cause more issues than not using one at all. Always log into accounts through the correct profile. Never open an account in the wrong browser profile, even once. Consistency really is key here. Each account should live in its own profile and stay there. Give yourself time to learn the interface as well. AdsPower has a lot of options, but you don't need to use everything. Lastly, focus on the basics first. As you get more comfortable, you can explore advanced features later if you need them. I know all of this can feel a bit overwhelming at first, especially if you've never used an anti-detect browser before. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be safer and more organized over time. If you want to try out AdsPower, don't forget to use our exclusive link down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is dedicated to breaking down software tools in a simple, honest way so you can manage your work with more confidence. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you aren't already, and of course leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.